Hello everyone, today we are going to render this office lobby. This is our final rendering. And this is the preview in DeFi Render. Before we get started, I want to show you all the lights I'm using in this scene. First, we have a HDR ambient light. And this background image will be emissive material. And then we have two rectangular lights as our main light source. And two spotlights above the furniture. One for the furniture and one for this plant. And then we have some spotlight facing up here under the wall. And the rest are just emissive material in the ceiling and here. And also we have the sunlight you can see on the columns. And that's all the lights we need. Now I'm going to close DeFi and we can start from scratch. Okay, let's start DeFi Render. Create new project. Create new scene. Now the first thing we need to do is adjust the camera. Let's select the camera and change the projection mode to 2-point perspective and the aspect ratio to 3:2. And then go to the fly mode and change movement speed to 1. Now we can fine-tune the camera. And update the scene to save the camera. Now let's zoom out to check the default environment. As we can see, we have the green terrain and blue sky. But sometimes those green color and blue color will bleed into our interior, causing unwanted effect. So I'm going to delete the terrain first. Now we need to go to Effect and turn off the auto exposure and lower this value. So when we place the light, we can see the effect. Let's update the scene and select the background image, and right now it's blocking any lights passing through this background image. So let's turn on this option so the lights can pass through. Now go to environment and we can use a custom HDR to replace the default sky, and we can use Pure Studio 6. Now let's turn on the sun. And we can increase the sun disk radius to 10. So the shadow edge will be blurry. Now we can custom the direction. And let's change the altitude to 50 maybe. And then we can rotate the sun to find the proper position. Now we can update the scene to save the changes. Okay, we are ready to place the main lights. Let's go outside the window and we can start from here. Create a rectangular light here. And then we can rotate 90 degrees facing the interior. Now we need to put it in the middle of the window and resize, just to make sure this light is bigger than our window. Okay, we can make it smaller and put it here, and also this direction. Now we need to move this light out a little bit. And as we can see, the range of this light is only in this circle or sphere. It's too small. We can maximize this value. But even after maximize, it's not big enough. It cannot reach all the way in our interior. So I'm going to teach you a trick. Just select this and add a 0 to here, and it will maximize this light. So you can see the range is right now it's really big. we can go back to the view. We can copy this slide and move it inside the window. Just put it here. And right now this light is too strong. We can up the intensity, like 15. These two lights will be our main light source. Let's create some spotlights above the furniture. Let's go to spotlight and put it up in the above here. Sometimes it's really hard to see the intensity. We can just go to the play mode, so it's easier to observe the lights. Now we can change this number to a bigger number and change the color temperature to a warm color, like 4000. We can go to the top view and select wireframe mode and just put it above the furniture. Just put it here. And then we can copy this light to above the plant. And we can select these two lights and Ctrl-G to group and go back to the view. Now we need to create a spotlight under the wall. Let's create one spotlight. And we can rotate facing upward. Now change to a warm temperature, like 4000. And then put it to the correct place. Okay, now let's go to the top view. And select wireframe. You can copy this spotlight for every panel. Let's select all those spotlights. Ctrl-G to group, and let's go back to the view. And we can decrease the radius of this light, so it will not affect our wall much. Okay, that's all the lights we need. Now we need to turn on the emissive material. Let's select this material and use emissive material. We can change the intensity to 50 and use a warm color, but not too warm. Also do the same for this light. Let's just copy this material and apply it to here. And we can copy this material again and apply it to the column. Now we need to select the background image, and this will be emissive material. Let's turn on the emissive and change the intensity to 10. Now all the lights are ready. We can go to the effects and change the exposure. And we can increase the highlight exposure, so the brightest part of our image will be suppressed. And we can increase the shadow exposure, so the darkest part of our image will be brighter, and increase the contrast to 0.2. And also we can give it a little bit of saturation. Now we need to use a lot. Go to a custom and select cinematic. And right now it's too strong. We can lower this value to 0.2. And then update the scene to save all the changes. Now we are ready to adjust the material. We can start from big material to smaller material. When I say big material, I mean the material take a lot of space in our image, like the ceiling and the floor and the wall and those columns. So we can start from the ceiling, select the ceiling material, and we want to use a metallic material. So let's use the metallic to 0.8 and roughness to 0.3. And also let's turn on the limit color bleeding, so this color will not bleed into the scene. And also select the floor material, and this will be glossy finish, so we can just change the roughness to 0, and also we can change the normal to 0, so it will be a highly glossy finish. And also this material is too light, we can just change its base color so it will be darker. Now we can select this wall and change the roughness to 1. And then we can lower the whiteness of this material. We can use like 70. Now let's select the columns. And this one will be glossy finish. Let's change the roughness to 0. And that's all we need to do for the columns. Now let's select the frame of the window, the curtain wall. And we can make this metallic and roughness to 0.3. And select the furniture and change its roughness to 1. Also this one, roughness to 1. And select this carpet and roughness to 1. But right now it's too saturated, we can just lower its saturation. Something like this. Okay. This will be glass material. Right now it's too dark. Just select this glass material and change its base color to pure white and the opacity to 0. So it will be clear glass. And let's copy this material and apply it to here. Also, this one will be the same. This will be glass material. So we can change to pure white and opacity to 0. Select the plants. Change to foliage. And roughness to 0.4. Let's go back to the view. Let's select this lamp. This will be cloth material. Let's change to cloth. Also, the material above the door, we can copy the wall material and apply it to this material. Okay. If you look at the floor, you can see the edge of the plain light outside our window. You see it's here. This one. Maybe it's not clear, but it's there. Let's select this rectangular light and turn off the visible in reflection. So it will disappear. For this rectangular light, it's not obvious, so I will just keep it. Now we need to go to the effects and change the exposure one more time. Maybe this light under the wall is too strong. We can just lower its intensity. And let's select the material in the panel gap. And this will be metallic material. So let's change to metallic at 0.8 and then 0.3 for the roughness. As for the rest of the material, I will just use the default setting. Now we can export this image. Select image and select 4K and then render. Okay, this is our final rendering. If you have time, you can fine-tune the material and the lights. You can download the SketchUp model, HDR, LUT, and normal maps for my Patreon. Thanks for watching. I see you next time. Goodbye.